We're officially in Unit 3. I hope you guys are ready because that just means I'm about 1 week away or maybe 2 weeks away from being back in the classroom. So I hope you're ready. Anyway, so Unit 3, we're going to start off something slow, something easy, horizontal and vertical lines. Okay. This is just an introduction to linear relationships or linear functions. This is going to be page 30, comes right after your Unit 3 cover page. Okay. Now we came up with an easy way to remember what the slope of horizontal and vertical lines would be. Um, Typically, this would follow a video that I like to share with you guys, which I will actually link it as well. You're gonna watch this video after you guys watch the slope dude video. Okay. Slope dude video. Now, slope is just the speed of the line. Slope is a way of finding the speed of a line. Okay. Horizontal and vertical lines can get a little bit mixed up, or students can get those two mixed up. So there are a couple of acronyms that we have come up with to help you guys remember certain things about horizontal and vertical lines that get tested on the STAR test. Starting with horizontal lines. The acronym that we've come up with to help you with horizontal lines, and of course it does that, is HOI. Remember, an acronym is where you have a word, but each letter stands for something. The H in HOI, hopefully it's obvious, stands for horizontal. It stands for the type of line. Okay. And a horizontal line goes left and right. Okay. We talked about how to figure out the difference between a horizontal and a vertical line, right? And that's why I included these graphs. The only way to cut a horizontal, or the letter H, is with a horizontal line. Best way to cut a V in half is with a vertical line going up and down. Okay. The O in Hoy stands for zero slope. There is zero velocity, zero slope. Now, M is the variable that we use for slope. So you would write it as M is equal to 0. Just like we have an X value, a Y value, now we have an M value. The M stands for slope. And then Y. Y stands for Y is equal to a number equation. So for example, if you see the equation Y is equal to, get rid of that. If you see the equation Y is equal to 4, notice you only have a Y. There is no X in the equation. That's an equation that represents a horizontal line. Okay, so the first letter represents the type of line. Second letter represents the type of slope. The third letter represents the type of equation. Now for vertical lines. For vertical lines, we have the acronym VUX. Okay, V stands for the vertical line. We now know a vertical line goes up and down. U stands for undefined. We've talked about this briefly, but the word undefined means there is no number that exists. There is no definition for it. When would you see something like this? When you divide by 0. You cannot divide by 0. Okay? If you try to divide by 0 in the calculator, it'll give you an error message. That is because it is undefined. Okay? And x, just like the y is equal to a number, x equals a number equation. Okay? So for example, x equals -3. So once again, the first letter stands for the type of line. Second letter, the type of slope. Third letter, the type of equation. And that one's just more of a quick reference sheet for you. On to the lesson. I'm going to have to open it up this way. Little file. Oh yeah, I can do that. All right, so this page of notes is going to be page 31. Okay. So steps to graph and find the slope of a horizontal and vertical line. First thing you want to do is you want to look at that equation. X equals, remember, is you're going to associate that with VUX. Y equals, you're going to associate with Hoy. You want to plot the point on the x-axis for x equals, y-axis for y equals. And then you want to graph. If you have that x equals, you're going to graph a vertical line. If you have the y equals, you're going to graph a horizontal line. Okay. So let's look at number one. You got the steps there written. The first graph is x equals 0. Okay. X equals 0. I see an X in VUX, so that's the acronym that I'm going to use. That means it's going to cross the x-axis at the number 0. X equals 0. So I'm going to plot a point at 0. And V, the V in VUX stands for vertical line. Draw a vertical line going through that point. That is how you would graph that vertical line. What is the slope? Remember, M represents the word slope. What is the slope of a vertical line? Look at the middle letter, U. U stands for undefined. There is no number. There is no number to represent being positive and negative at the same time. There is no number that is positive and negative at the same time. Okay. Number two, y equals 0. We're going to go to Hoy because there's a y in Hoy. It's going to cross the y-axis at the number 0. So I'm still going to plot the point in the same spot, but this time H means horizontal line. And a horizontal line goes left and right. And what is the slope of a horizontal line? Look at the middle letter. The O looks like the number 0. Easy enough, hopefully. Next one, x equals -1. VUX. It's going to cross the x-axis at -1. So I go to the x-axis, and I'm going to draw what kind of line? A vertical line. Vertical lines have a slope of undefined. Oh, was that it for that one? 1, 2, 3. I think. Huh. Oh yeah, it is. I think my notes kind of got mixed up. Anyway, moving on. Number 4, x equals 3. Don't need a whole lot of practice of this because it's very, very repetitive. So it's going to cross x-axis at -3. So we go to the x-axis, draw a dot, plot a point on -3, draw a vertical line. What is the slope of a vertical line? Look at the middle letter. Middle letter is a U, so it stands for undefined. Okay. Next one, y equals 2. Y is in Hoy, crosses the y-axis at the number 2. So I'm going to go to the y-axis, put a point on the number 2, and draw a horizontal line going through it. H stands for horizontal. The slope of a horizontal line, look at the middle letter, is an O. O looks like the number 0. Last two. Super quick, easy lesson today. X, look at VUX. X crosses the x-axis at the number 4. So I go to the x-axis, put a dot on the number 4, and I draw a vertical line going through it. The slope of a vertical line, undefined. Last one. Y equals -5. That's hoy. It crosses the y-axis at the -5. So I go to my y-axis, find the -5, plot my point, and I draw a horizontal line going through it. Now, middle letter is an O, which looks like a 0. As easy as this assignment is, I guarantee you half of you are going to rush through it and get it all backwards. Make sure you slow down. You're going to have more than plenty of time to do this assignment. Slow down, take your time, do it right. Follow the steps. If you don't follow the steps, you're going to get it wrong. But that's it for today's lesson.